Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of English, one word at a time. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving into a word that's often hanging around literally. Our word of the day is curtain. What exactly is a curtain? Well, a curtain is a piece of cloth that hangs across a window, doorway, or stage, usually to block light, provide privacy, or as a decorative element. It's a noun, and it's something you probably encounter every single day. You might have curtains in your bedroom, your living room, or even in a theater. Think about it. When you want to darken a room for a nap, you close the curtains. Or, when you're watching a play, the curtain rises to reveal the stage. So, that's the basic definition, but let's explore some synonyms to broaden our understanding. One synonym for curtain is drape. We can say, she hung beautiful drapes in her living room. Another synonym is blind, though this is often used for more structured coverings like Venetian blinds. For example, he lowered the blinds to keep the sun out. A less common, but still relevant synonym is screen. Think about a privacy screen, which functions similarly to a curtain in providing separation. For example, the doctor used a screen to give the patient privacy. And for stage curtains, you might sometimes hear the word velour, especially if they're made of a thick, velvety material. We might say, the stage velour was a deep, rich red color. Now, let's consider the opposite side of the coin, antonyms. What words describe something that doesn't block light or provide privacy? An obvious antonym is opening. A curtain closes an opening, while without it, the opening remains. We could say, the opening to the cave was dark and mysterious. Another antonym could be exposure, as curtains prevent exposure to light or view. For example, too much exposure to the sun can be harmful. A more figurative antonym could be transparency. Curtains create opacity, blocking vision, whereas transparency allows us to see through. Consider the sentence, the transparency of the glass allowed us to see the beautiful view. Thinking about the word opening again, a window itself could be considered an antonym, as it's a space that a curtain covers. The window lets light in, while the curtain blocks it. You might say, she looked out the window at the falling snow. So, how can we use curtain in everyday conversations? Well, you might say, please close the curtains, the sun is shining directly in my eyes. Or, the new curtains really brighten up the room. You might also hear the phrase behind the curtain, which means something is hidden or secret. For instance, there's a lot going on behind the curtain of this political campaign. Another common expression is to draw the curtain on something, meaning to bring something to an end. For example, the company decided to draw the curtain on the unsuccessful project. Here are some more usage examples. The actors waited anxiously for the curtain to rise. She chose floral print curtains for the guest bedroom. The heavy curtains muffled the sounds of the city. He peeked through the curtain to see who was at the door. These blackout curtains are perfect for getting a good night's sleep. The theater has fireproof curtains. The old curtains were faded and torn. She tied back the curtains to let in more light. They installed energy-efficient curtains to reduce heating costs. The sheer curtains allowed some light to filter through. So, to summarize, a curtain is a piece of cloth used to cover a window, doorway, or stage. Synonyms include drape, blind, screen, and velour. Antonyms include opening, exposure, transparency, and window. We use curtains every day to block light, provide privacy, and decorate our homes and theaters. And we also use the word curtain in idioms and expressions to describe hidden things or to signify the end of something. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the word curtain today. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word. Now, before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave us a review. Your support helps other English learners find our show. And one more thing. I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word curtain and share it as a comment under the video. I'd love to see what you come up with. See you next time for another exciting word adventure.